I think every time you go through a struggle, I think you bring that experience to a relationship you're building with somebody else because they've had some sort of struggle, and we've all been there. And there's a lot of single parents out there and they're trying to save and do all the right things, and you can do it. And sometimes you just need somebody to help you and be accountable to get you along the way. My name's Claudia Rodriguez, and I'm a financial planner with Falcon Wealth, and I've been in the industry for 10 years. Yeah, I think being a single parent, you obviously have to manage your money very tightly. It's half of what it used to be, and so I think having that, having gone through that experience, that more difficult time, and you can just empathize with people when they're really struggling, don't feel like there's a way to get out of something. I think, and just have that connection with somebody. Usually, there's always one partner that is a little bit more dominant, or understands the finances more. Maybe they just don't care so much about this kind of stuff, which is okay, but you still need to have engagement because you're talking about things that are their goals, things that are important to them in the future. One of them may want to leave a bunch of money to the kids and grandkids, the other one maybe doesn't. So being able to kind of pull that out of each side and then kind of bridge that gap between them and kind of force that conversation and make sure they're on the same track with the same goals and the things that are most important to them, because sometimes they just don't feel as comfortable. So if you can acknowledge that and see that it's happening and kind of pull out that conversation a little bit more is, I think, super important. I could give a piece of advice for someone starting their financial journey. A little bit goes a long ways, especially the younger you are. I'm not even $50. Start putting away every month out of each paycheck, or however you're paid, whatever you can do, and just slightly keep increasing it once you've kind of acclimated to that. And the younger you can start, the better. They say time is your friend when you're investing, and it's totally true. It adds up quickly, more than you think it would, but it's important to start sooner than later. I hope to make a lasting impact on the lives of my clients would be just having that peace of mind that there's legacy, and that the fact, that they're having their kids and their grandkids come talk to you because they see the value in what you are hopefully able to help them build and how they got there, and just, keep that legacy going versus taking all that hard work that they've done and not having it last through generations. Oh, I just love spending time with my family. My two kids are grown, but my son's about 3 hours south of where we live, so don't see him as much as we would love to, but my daughter lives in town and she just got engaged, so we have a rescue dog that we just like to go hiking. We're up in northern Michigan where they call it God's country. It's beautiful, it's nature, there's water. We love to boat and go out and hike, and I don't know if eating's a hobby, but we do like to go out and eat a lot, my husband and I, so that's probably the most of what we do. Something, I guess, that's somewhat maybe unique about me is I just have always been, you got to challenge yourself. You can't always just stay in the comfort zone. And for me, a recent example of that is I am not a runner. I don't enjoy running. I've never enjoyed running, but my church, the year I turned 50, was doing a fundraiser for raising to put wells in for, I think it was in Africa or whatever. So, but you ran a half marathon. So I ran the half marathon, and I actually ran the whole thing. That was my whole thing. I'm like, I got to run the whole thing or I'm going to have to do another one. So, so I did that, and I raised some money and put some wells in for less fortunate people. And I think I was just kind of jealous because we have so many running clubs around us, and they're like such camaraderie. And I'm like, well, I want some camaraderie like that. So I'm like, maybe if I do this, I'll enjoy running. Maybe it'll just happen. It didn't happen. Falcon Wealth feels different because the culture truly is, everybody here cares. Everybody here wants to do the best job they can. You're doing what's right for the client. You don't have anything lingering in your head about, well, I'll get a commission if I did this, or I get a little bit bigger payout if I did that. Like, all that just goes away. And every decision you make and everything that you present to a client is truly about them. What's going to best help them achieve their goals.